Well, hey, what's up, Bible World? What's up, YouTubers? I want to talk about an important topic today, and that would be transferring notes from one Bible to the next. Well, as some of my subscribers probably already know, I've been using the Cambridge Wide Margin Eagle, this Bible here on my left, for a number of years now. And the problem is that I am functionally running out of space on some of the key passages and portions of this particular Bible. For instance, if we go to Genesis 1, we're going to see what a mess this is and how little space is left, although there is some spots of clean space in here to take some notes. For the most part, it's become difficult to use it for preaching and for writing anything more in it because the space is running out. And so I've decided to take the arduous, monumental leap to transferring my notes to this Crossway Interleaved Bible, which has a clean space between each page of the biblical text. And that presents a particular problem for me, namely that it is going to take forever for me to get this project done. I just finished the book of Genesis, and it took me over a month and a half because transferring every single note that I have in the book of Genesis takes me quite a while. And so this is going to be a process in which progress is slow. If I go a chapter a day, it's going to be over 3 years. Thankfully, I can do 2 chapters a day on occasion, depending on how many notes there is in any one particular section. But here we go. Here's the before. Kind of messy. Things are into the gutters, strewn all over the place, lines making connections, things up at the top, at the bottom. And over here you can see the cleanness and the clarity, I hope, of what I'm trying to do and writing my notes in a much more precise, formulated way. So why would I take the time, why would I take a couple of years to transfer my notes from one Bible to the next? Well, let me give you a couple of reasons, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you would want to get into a process that is this comprehensive. Number one is space. I actually did a little mathematical equation here, and I determined that, at least in the ESV, this Bible right here has the most free space of any Bible currently on the market. Now, it does sacrifice in terms of the print font size. It is a little bit small. But what you probably already know about this Bible is it has a nice clean space of paper between every page of text. So all things considered, this Bible has the maximum amount of area for the writing of notes. And since I'm running out of space in this one, not on this page at least, but in many pages, I have voluminous space over here. Secondly, I've noticed that by transferring my notes with having more space, that also gives me the opportunity to have more clarity of thought. So clarity of thought would be the second reason. You know, sometimes you take a note and you just jot down whatever comes to mind. You know, your first impressions is kind of like a first running draft, your notes in your wide margin. But moving it over to a Bible with much more space provides me the opportunity to clarify exactly what I was thinking. So let's just make up an example here. Instead of just writing a word like a type or messianic prophecy or something like that, I could expand the note over here and explain what I mean by it being a type. For instance, I could make a longer explanation how the Ark of Noah is a type of Christ's saving grace for his people, and I could write that out in a little bit longer of expression, which ultimately enables me to clarify my own thinking on any particular topic. So space considerations, clarity considerations. Also, for those of us who have kind of this dawning realization that some of these items that we possess might be important to our children or descendants, I think it's nicer to have the opportunity to think in fuller sentences in an expanded text manuscript. Now, whether or not my children and their children after that will be able to read my handwriting, I have no idea. It's hard enough for me to read some of my handwriting. My wife can do it. My daughter can do it. Not many other people can. But hopefully that'll make these heirlooms a little bit more valuable to those who may inherit them one day as they're passed down. So that too, to me, is kind of a conscious consideration as I think about my descendants, my children, their children. Hopefully the Everhard name is synonymous with biblical and robust, faithful Christianity for many generations to come. Of course, I can't assure that, but I can pray for it. Finally, I just wanted to mention this is another reason why you might take the time, even if it's years, to transfer your notes from one Bible to the next. And that would be that is a fantastic devotional exercise. Now listen, I have absolutely nothing against those of you who read the Bible through in a year. For those of you who are on fast reading Bible programs, I think that's a wonderful thing, and I commend it. I've done that myself several times, where you just kind of race through it 4, 5, 8 chapters a day, and there's definitely some viable reasons you would do that. But to take the time to work through the scriptures on a much slower basis, taking more careful, copious notes on what the Bible is teaching, I think that too has a richness and a profound depth to it that really enables us to work through the scriptures on a much more considerate level, although both are good. Read fast, read deep, whichever you choose, but transferring your notes from one Bible to the next at least provides you those days and hours to really think through the scriptures on kind of a slower, more intentionally paced way. So those are my reasons for doing this project. It's going to take a while. Who knows? I may set it aside for a while. I just finished Genesis. I'm going to go to Matthew next, but no promises that I'm going to work through all 66 books right away. But space, clarity of thought, expansion of notes, and devotional purposes makes transferring your notes from one Bible to another with more space a worthwhile project. All right, hey, if you're interested in either one of these Bibles, Cambridge Wide Margin or the Crossway Interleaved Bible, I'll post a link in the description of this video, so you can go hop over to Amazon and get one of these, or at least check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Love you lots. Talk to you later.